Hello again, everybody, and welcome now to the replay of Corbin Redhound football on this Sunday night here on Channel 11 Southern Cable TV. This is Don East up with Bill Hoover, Gene Harless, and Dale Johnson as we hope you enjoy tonight's telecast. The Redhounds undefeated this year as they go against the Evarts Wildcats here on Evarts home field. Bill Hoover, Corbin, as it's been most of the time this year, again, a big favorite here tonight.
Well, that's right, Don. We've talked to a lot of people in the last couple of weeks, and a lot of people feel like that Corbin really hadn't been tested other than the Bryan Station game this year. I think it's an unfortunate situation because next week we've got a supreme test for us against Somerset. It'll probably be the game of the year, probably the game in the state of Kentucky next week. Somerset also undefeated.
Don't you think maybe those boys out there in their red shirts tonight may be thinking about next week and not concentrating as the coaches might want them to on this game?
Well, it's always a concern with the coaches, and the coaches are a little bit to blame for that because I feel like that Corbin probably has been working for the last couple of weeks on Somerset, and I hope that we haven't taken anything for granted and overlooked Evarts.
Now, the Evarts team 2 and 4, they don't seem to pose a big threat, but when I say big, I looked over their roster, and I believe they're about as big as any team we face this year.
Well, they got some big boys up here. I think the transition, the coaching changes up here. Of course, Charlie Hunter's no longer here. Of course, he got an award here before the game tonight for his 20-some year service that he gave to Evarts. And the program is not on the standard of what it has been in the past. And if we go back and we think about some games that have been played here in the last 10, 15 years, Evarts has always been a formative opponent for Corbin. A couple of years, I think, in '76 when we won the state championship, we played the Evarts in the mud at Corbin. We beat Evarts 7-6. I go back to '69 when Archie Pires' first year at Corbin. We beat Evarts up here 7-6, and it was because we took their prime back out of the game just before halftime.
Their backs, as contrasting with their line 240, 250, 270 we have along that front line, but in the backfield 150, 140. So they got little guys in the backfield.
Yeah, some people were telling me on the way in they only had like 26 kids that came out up here this year, and I think that's bad because this like I said, this program has been good. It's been a good mountain program for many years, and I'd like to think that they get it turned around because we need some formative opponents from this end up here and to keep up the heritage of the mountain teams in Kentucky.
Well, let's see how it goes here tonight from Evarts, Kentucky, as the Redhounds go against the Wildcats and try to remain undefeated and get set for next week's big game with Somerset. We'll be back in a moment with more on our replay of Corbin Redhound football. But right now, these messages from our sponsors. And we're ready for the kickoff tonight from Evarts, Kentucky, as number 88 for Corbin, Martin Earl Pennington, 6'2", 210-pound senior, puts the toe to it. It's a good one. It's deep. Going to be taken at the 2-yard line. Straight upfield. And to the 20-yard line where Evarts will take over, 1st and 10.
Tackle was made by Mark Rapier. Mark Rapier is, well, I've got him listed here about 5'7", 135, 140 pounds.
For Evarts, they have a familiar name, Bill, at quarterback Richard Pryor. I don't think he'll be cracking any jokes tonight. He's 6'2", a 190-pound senior, wears jersey number 1. Well, that's good defense on that first play. Got just across the 20 and then pushed back.
A super play there made by Flathead Rose, and Jeff Adams along with Mike Frederick came in to put the stop on the runner.
We're talking about those backs a moment ago. That was Russell Taylor, number 10, 5'8", 140-pound senior. So you can see that in their backfield, they really don't have any weight at all. The quarterback is the only player that has any, 190 pounds. The halfbacks, 150 and 145, and the fullback, 140 pounds. Handoff again. I think that was, pardon me, it was the second man. These dark jerseys are going to give me fits all night, I can tell you that. Never did get his number. I think it was Tim Davis, 5'6", 145-pound junior.
Yeah, and the tackle on that play was made by Jeff Adams and Clayton Ely.
The gain was good for a couple to the 22-yard line. And Evarts will have it now 3rd down and 8 as they split the halfback, Russell Taylor, to the left side. Quarterback throws over. He throws too tall. Nooners Reedy, number 18, made a good try for it. Did get his hand on it, but that was not a catchable ball.
No, the ball was actually thrown. Actually going to go out of bounds there. Quarterback just rushed his throw, and he had a little bit of pressure on him there. I think Sadler was coming from the outside and put a little bit of pressure on it. But something that's impressing me, you know, in this first series that Evarts has had the ball, you can, in our position where we're at right here, you can really hear the leather pack.
Evarts will have the player in punt formation. Robert Evans standing back at his own 10-yard line. Corbin with two people back, Steely and Reedy. It's going over toward, well, it's headed up toward Steely, but the ball hit with a thud and came back, and Corbin's going to have excellent field position just on the Evarts side of the 50-yard line.
Yeah, the punter had a great big boy back there punting the ball, and he didn't get it all, and when it did come down, it took a Corbin bounce, and so we do have it about 49, 48-yard line.
Corbin's backfield now. We'll check them out. Number 5, the quarterback, is Greg Duncombe. Steely, number 40, comes wide to the left. Number 25 is Sam Jackson. What do we have here? Number 34 is Champlin. We have some kind of spread we haven't seen this year. This is Jackson. 40. He's got the first down to about the 36-yard line. Bill, what was happening there?
Well, you know, I know what Cotton calls that offense, and I won't go ahead and speak of it on the air here, but Sam, they're trying to get that ball to Sam. He's got great acceleration. It's just a quick pitch, and you've got everything spread out there, and they're trying to spread Evarts out here early and see if they can't work on a little something.
I misrepresented the ball. It's a gain of 9 yards down to the 40-yard line rather than the 35. So a 9-yard pickup. Corbin's 2nd and 1. Back to their conventional style. 3 set in the backfield behind Duncombe, and getting the first down is Steely. He gets short yardage across the 40 to about the 37. Tough yards there.
Well, I'm impressed with Evarts' Hogs because the Hogs met him right there at the line that time, and Steely was trying to pick his way, and we got the first down. He picked up a couple of yards there, but now there was a swarm of the Wildcats on Steely as he made that yardage.
The player that made the initial hit was Herbert Napier, 6'1", 200-pound senior. He plays, I think I spot him, yes, at the nose. Corbin 1st and 10. The ball at about the 37 of Evarts. Jackson. Ooh, boy, I tell you what, number 88 came barreling in there to hit him after he gets a couple of yards to about the 36.
Noseman made the play, though, Don, on that same noseman that you spoke of on the last play. Gilmore got a good block, but it didn't seem like he stayed with it as long as he actually needed to. Noseman was right there in the hole. He made initial contact, and then 88 came over and just went ahead and cleaned the rest of it up.
Well, they give him to the 35-yard line where Corbin will have it 2nd down and 7 to go for the first down. Duncombe looking. B.J. Catron, the long man. The short man was Sam Jackson, and the pass goes incomplete.
Yeah, he didn't get the ball to Sam. He threw it in behind him there. It wasn't that well a thrown ball.
So Corbin opening up with just a bit of difficulty as we hear that leather popping out there. Offensive-wise now, the Red Hounds at the 35 with a 3rd down and 7 yards to go. On the option, this is Greg Duncombe, but he won't get a first down to about the 32, 3 yards, and that's about all. So Evarts being tough.
Evarts playing good defense right here, and they're not intimidated by anything in those red jerseys at this point. Evarts playing real good defense.
Let's see what Corbin will do. I think undoubtedly here, Bill, on a 4th down and long, will still go for it because of the position of the ball at the Evarts 32.
Well, we got Catron on this side. We've got what looks like a double tight end formation here. Pennington on the other side, and straight up backfield.
4th down and 6. The pitch is to McGuett. McGuett's got that first down. Watch him roam down that right sideline all the way across the 20 to about the 17-yard line.
Excellent run by Jeff McGuett, and I'm sure there was fine blocking on that sign, but McGuett showed great acceleration, hit that corner out there, and got plenty of extra yardage for the first down.
Jeff, number 29, is a 5'10", 160-pound senior. Comes up with the big play on 4th down, has moved it all the way to the 17-yard line. Corbin's 2nd first down. McGuett's replaced in the backfield now by Steely. And this is Steely, the ball carrier, 15 to about the 12. You know, Bill, it looked like he probably would have go down at about the 14, but just in a slow motion type aggressiveness, he gets a couple of more yards.
I like Steely's style. You know, I've been saying this for 2 years now. Whenever he comes up to the hole, he picks his way, and he's looking, you know, for the yardage. He's doing his job. He's doing an excellent job.
He ends up getting 5 yards on the play, and Corbin will have it 2nd down and 5. Jackson cutting out. A nice running by Sam Jackson, and we've got a touchdown.
That's that great acceleration. Acceleration will do that for you. Now, he was hit in around the line of scrimmage, bounced off of one, had a linebacker or a corner man looked like he had an angle on him, and Sam, the time Sam got to him, he either had to make the good clean tackle or Sam was going to take it in the end zone. That's just what he did.
So Corbin is able to cover the territory, 49 yards on that drive, and the try for the point after with 7 minutes and 24 seconds to go. We're in the opening period. Holding will be Duncombe. Reedy will be kicking. Did it? It's a wounded pitch, and no, it didn't. Off to the right. The extra point try is no good. So 7:24 to go. We're in the opening period of this game. We have a timeout on the scores. Corbin 6, Evarts nothing. Well, here we go now. Another kicker offer, number 42, Bill Storm. Pennington started it, kicked it down to the 2. Let's see what Storms. He usually gets a lot of height, and he does this time. It will be taken at the 10-yard line by number 10. That's Taylor. Gets it back a little further this time across the 25 to about the 26-yard line. And Bill, I see number 46 in on that tackle again.
Yeah, that's Mark Rapier. He's a gutty football player, and he's been one of the surprises that we've had in that stable of backs this year, especially with Rollins being out. We're in a fortunate situation. We've got a good stable of backs, and every one of them's tried to pick up the slack.
Corbin's defense held Evarts the first go-around. Let's see what they can do here. Evarts just a bit better field position. They don't have enough people out there. Now they're fighting a 25-second clock right now to get this play off. Hurriedly getting Tracy Hopkins, number 20, into the lineup. But let's see whether or not they'll get it off without it getting a 5-yard delay of game. Roy Skidmore, number 42, comes wide to the right as Richard Pryor, the quarterback, calls back to throw. He throws. Could be. Oh, no. It hit in the palm. I heard it slapped by Reedy, and he can't hold on.
Now, Reedy couldn't hold on to it. Jeff Adams and Mike Frederick both, the ball, it was within their area, but it went through them, and Reedy just did get a hand on it.
Corbin had people all over the intended receiver out there, so if Pryor is going to do anything passing tonight, he's going to have somebody get more open than that. They'll try the formation again with Skidmore wide to the right on 2nd and 10 from the 27, but we get Todd Trosper getting a little over anxious.
Well, I think the cadence there, according to what we were both listening to there, it seemed like he did break the cadence a little bit, and Trosper, he went ahead and tried to get that push going through there, and he went ahead and jumped off.
So the ball is moved up to the 32, where Evarts will have it 2nd down and 5 for the first down. Skidmore goes wide to the left this time. Brad Hopkins, number 26, is in the slot. Pryor throwing the screen. Oh, Martin Earl. He would have had a touchdown undoubtedly.
Coach Adams talked about the same thing that happened there last week. You know, we were talking about what kind of coverage that Martin Earl was doing as defensive end. And Coach Adams felt like last week that he came awful close and picking one off. And there, all he had to do was put the total concentration together, and we'd had 6 more points up there.
That's a very dangerous pass, what they just tried, and fortunate to get by with it. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for Evarts now, struggling offensively as they'll go with that slot formation again to the left side of the field. Pryor straight back. Pryor looking. Yeah, it's the screen to number 7. Jeffrey Adams trying to hem him in, but not enough. And he slides by and gets the first down.
Jeffrey Adams actually took a shot there somewhere near the midsection of his back there. I don't guess it was a clip. He tried to make the tackle, and blocker came across there and just did get a piece of him, and he is coming out. He's a little shook on that.
So that's why he went down, as he was ready to dive in and get on top of David Fox, number 7. He goes down before he can. The gain is good to the 40-yard line. Evarts' first down of this ball game. I believe it's the tailback, Russell Taylor, that gets the ball, gets very little yardage, maybe 1 to the 41.
Todd Trosper. We've got Clayton Ely was on that tackle, along with Smiley, 55, Brad Engel.
Hardly any gain at all. It's going to be second down, about 10 yards to go. Corbin leading by 6-0 over Evarts. Fox in motion. And the gain for a couple of yards to about the 43-yard line by Roy Skidmore.
Well, when I first saw it, I can't see a mark. Yeah, there the marker is. I thought they had a first down there for a moment, but because I couldn't see the marker, it was turned the other way.
So they get a couple, maybe 3 yards at the most. It's going to be third down and long. Let's call it third down and 7 for the Wildcats here. Pryor back to throw. He's rushed. He throws. The ball knocked away, bothering the concentration of the intended receiver just enough to make him drop it.
62, Richard Fox. He got a hand on the ball, but the receiver actually should have caught the ball. Big receiver, too, for Evarts. And if he'd caught that ball, he'd have rambled on out there for a little better than a first down.
Going to bring up a fourth down situation now for Evarts, as their punter will be standing back at his own 32-yard line. Reedy and Steely wait. Steely gets the ball, takes a tumble in doing so. And Corbin will have the ball deep in their own territory now. So let's see what the Red Hounds offense can do. The first time they took it from the 49-yard line. And Bill, you're going to have to help me a little bit. Help me spot that yard line. I don't see a marker.
We're looking right now somewhere in the vicinity of the 20, 25, close to 30.
Yeah, somewhere in there, around the 25 or so yard line. As Duncombe looks, Duncombe throws. Got a man wide open. That's Frederick. They'll get it up where we can see it now. Frederick drag him away, all the way up across midfield and down to the 47 of Evarts.
I get real excited when he gets his hands on the football because he doesn't get to touch it that much. Last week he caught 2 passes, and I said last week that's 2 more than he caught last year. And I really like to see Frederick's got good hands, and he made a good move. He was wide open on it. He almost broke it. Almost broke a big one for the Hounds.
Got about a 30-yard reception there. And let's see what the Red Hounds have near. We have people everywhere. We're going to have a timeout here because confusion on the football field.
Yeah, they tried to come with that same formation that they opened up with, and they had a little mix-up. Had somebody who wasn't supposed to be where they were supposed to.
4 minutes and 34 seconds remaining. We're in the opening period of this game from Evarts, Kentucky. And with the timeout on the field, the score is Corbin 6, Evarts nothing. Let's see what Duncombe does here. Just a little too tall. He went for B.J. Catron, the shorter of the 2 receivers. Well, we had Reedy back upfield, and on deep down was Steely.
Yeah, we had Reedy open in the first flat here, and we had Steely. It was open deep, but Catron was come across, and evidently it was a design play to Catron. He went with the primary receiver and just a little bit over his head.
It'll be a second down play. The ball at the 47-yard line of Evarts. Corbin leading by 6-0. Now Steely will come wide to the left. Champlin, Jackson set in the backfield. Somebody along the line, they're pointing toward Corbin, so looks like we're going to have a 2nd and 15.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened. We had movement, obviously, but didn't see where it came from.
That will be the first penalty of the game. No. Pardon me, it'd be the second. They had one earlier on this end. It's against Evarts. Todd Trosberg drew the first one of the game. I remember that now. They've done it on the other side, so the encroachment penalty cost them 5 yards, and Corbin has it 2nd down and 5. Again, the same formation as a moment ago, but this time we have Reedy in the backfield instead of Jackson. Duncombe will look. He'll throw to Catron, and they flooded the middle of the field there as Steely broke deep.
Well, Steely broke deep. We had a man on Steely, but Reedy looked to be the more open of the people that were on the field at that time. But again, the ball was a little underthrown. He tried to go with to Catron, I think.
So it's incomplete. That'll make it 3rd down and 5. And again, Steely will come wide to the left side. Now Jackson is in there this time, replacing Reedy in the backfield. It's a draw to Jackson, but boy, there's no room there. We're going to be faced with a 4th down play.
Yeah, Evarts smelt that one out real good. They had 4 people that met Jackson on the line of scrimmage.
Let's see what happens now. Big play man McGuett comes into the lineup for the first time on this series. He's the one that got us the first down on our earlier 4th down play.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Jeff. Jeff's come along. I think he probably had his finest game that I've seen him play last week against Kaywood. He had some awful good runs, and he made some key plays on defense, took some good licks, and passed some good licks.
It's 4th down and 4, the ball at the 41. Now, if you took this game worried about your opponent, you wouldn't go for it here. This is Jackson. He's got the first down. Sam lowers the headgear and goes out of bounds. So I think that gave us the tone of this game right there. 4th and 4 at the 41. We felt confident.
Yeah, the Hounds felt very confident on that play. I felt like from where we're spotting from, that if Jackson had went ahead and took the ball up quicker instead of kept trying to strain the sideline, he perhaps maybe picked up more yards and maybe even broke it.
He puts it down to the 30-yard line, so the pickup is 11 yards, and Corbin 1st and 10. That's the 2nd time now, on their 2nd time that they've had the ball, that they've been able to come up with that 4th down play on that first series and now on this series. Steely, watch him go. Nice running to the 10 and knocked out of bounds.
Great run. He again goes back to what he does best. He goes in, he picks his way into the hole, he picks his way out of the hole, and almost breaks it for a touchdown.
So if he's ever able to turn on the afterburners, there's no looking back. But that time he never had clear sailing at all and comes up with a big play of about 20 yards. Corbin could get a first down if just shy of the goal line. That's about where the ball is situated right now, just shy of the 10, as Corbin will have it 1st down and 10. Well, the Red Hounds now will have its first almost goal to go. Well, there's a loose football. I think we're fortunate to get it back. Let's see, Bill. Trying to keep my eye on that. It was Duncombe that got it.
Duncombe came up with the football. It looked like when he made the exchange to Champlin on the quick opener there, it looked like that the ball went all the way through Champlin. Never did have possession of the ball. Ball squared out, and Evarts fell on it. The ball squared out, and Duncombe came back with it. It was a big break for the Hounds.
Got it about the same spot now. It'll be 2nd down and 10 yards to go. On the option, this is Duncombe. Duncombe uses his strength to get to about the 6-yard line, and 4 yards. It'll be a 3rd down play coming up.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about that with Duncombe. You know, I know we've got a good backup quarterback, but I don't like to see him doing that. He's taking a chance, taking a pretty good shot in there, and we've got a big game next week. This is a big game too, but we still got a big one next week.
Yeah, we've got a physical team here that we're playing tonight. They're big, and we can hear that leather popping out there, so they're hitting out there tonight. Corbin just shy of the 5-yard line. This is a 3rd down play. Greg again, lowering the head.
He paid for that one. He got popped good. He got that pop we were talking about. He paid for that one.
Kind of sounded like a couple of balloons bursting from up here. Pop, pop. So we're down to another 4th down play. 4th and, well, let's just call it goal to goal from where we stand now at about the 2-yard line. McGuett, Jackson, Champlin behind Duncombe. That brings it a yard closer because they'll get a penalty half the distance of the goal line, but still it's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, it appears to be encroachment again on Evarts, and Evarts really needed to hold there in order to change the tempo of the ball game, but we picked up half the distance there. Still 4th down situation.
One of our backs changes now. Steely comes back into the lineup for Corbin at a halfback, and McGuett comes out. If we had Rollins, I would bet on Rollins.
You took the words right out of my mouth, you know, because that's exact. This is his play. This is his play.
Let's see what happens here. I thought I saw encroachment again. Jackson, he did a great job. I thought he was down in the backfield.
He did. Number 82, defensive tackle or defensive end on that side had at least half of Sam's body in his grasp, but Sam went ahead and broke it and took it on in for the touchdown.
2 touchdowns tonight for Jackson. Corbin leads it by 12-0 now. 1:42 to go in the quarter. Now let's see if we can get that extra point motion going here. That was encroachment. In high school, you can't go in and then get back. So it'd be half the distance of the goal line. Put the ball at the 1.5-yard line. Just speculating, I still think we'll go for that on the kick because we need to practice that.
Well, I think it's a very critical part of the game. I think it's something that paid off for us last year. Everybody remembers the fairgrounds and the first points we put on the board. I think it's a very critical part of the football game.
Boy, he loses that football way up in those trees up there. Really put the boot to it, and Reedy knocks it through. So, 1:42 to go here in the first quarter. There's the timeout, and the score now is Corbin 13, Evarts nothing.
Here and outside of that, if he's got to go over there, it'll take him all week to get over there. If he can go from here, that distance is so critical for, you know, our home.
Let's see where they get it back this time. The lick is put on right at the 30-yard line, and Evarts will get the ball for the 3rd time tonight.
And for the 3rd time tonight on the kickoff, Mark Rapier made initial contact along with Bill Storms.
46 and 42 are the numbers on that. So Evarts will try to get something going. They have 1 first down here in the quarter. Pryor, the quarterback. Nothing rushing. About a yard maybe to the 31.
And Flathead Rose in there along with Mike Frederick was in that pile up as they untangle. We've got at the bottom of the pile, we've got Todd Trosper and Clayton Ely.
The run by Brad Hopkins gets him 2. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Wildcats now. Down to 50 seconds here in the first period of this game, originating from Evarts, Kentucky. Well, they'll grab him and push him back. That's number 7, David Fox, and he didn't stand a chance because of another Fox.
Yeah, that was Richard Fox. That was on the had him by the waist and brought him on back there. Good effort by Richard.
The gain maybe for a yard to the 43, maybe 44-yard line. Clock runs with 17 seconds to go in the quarter now. Let's see if Evarts can get another playoff on this 3rd down play. Skidmore wide to the right side. 4 seconds to go. Man in motion. They lose the ball, and they get it back on the fumble. It's going to be a 4th down, about 8 to go. When we come back for the 2nd period of this game, on the miscue in the backfield, Evarts will be in a punt formation. So, after 1 period of play here tonight from Evarts, the score is Corbin 13, Evarts nothing. Now the punt. A high one, a nice one out of there. Steely will call for the fair catch, and he takes it. And Corbin will get the ball at the 37-yard line. So the Red Hounds have it for the 3rd time tonight. And although they've been pushed to 3 4th down plays in this game, still they've been able to score both times they've had it.
Yeah, but Evarts has showed some good strength in their defense here. They've played hard, and like we said, the leather's popping out there, and they've came out to play.
B.J. Catron, number 89, wide to the left, and here's Steely come to the right short side of the field, and the chains are not set. That's why the momentary delay. Corbin on top by 13 to nothing. The Red Hounds about a 38 to 40 point favorite in this game tonight. Duncan gets back quickly. He throws too hard for Sam Jackson.
Greg is having one of those off nights. We talked about hitting about 80% for the last 2 or 3 games that we'd seen him, and you know, you said you were going to figure all that up, and try to give us a figure on it. And tonight he's missed on 3 or 4 times. Just hadn't hit his receivers like he has in the past couple of weeks.
That one developed very good, but he just threw it too tall. And it's going to be 2nd down and 10 now. The ball at the 37. Maguette will go wide left. Jackson in the backfield with Champlin. This is Maguette in motion. Oh, he's got Martin Earl Pennington open, but that was a good defensive play along the line.
Yeah, they had good defensive pressure put on Duncan that time, and ball was deflected just as he let go. I'm not really sure who he was trying to hit with a pass, but it was deflected right at the line.
Martin Earl had gotten off the line real quick, Bill, and about 10, 12 yards downfield. He had some open territory had that ball not been batted down. Now we're down to a big play here. 3rd down and 10. The ball at the 37. We have the spread formation to the right side. Reedy and Steely. That ball was thrown, and nobody seemed to know where it was going.
If Reedy turned a little quicker, he'd got it in the mouth.
Yeah, really, it could have taken his head off. It was by him, and then he turned and zip. So, thus far, it's not been one of the brighter nights offensively as far as the passing game is concerned. But Rose needs a little practice in doing this, kicking.
Yeah, we talk about he's one of the best punters that we've seen or had at Corbin in a while, and he just doesn't get to punt that often.
See what he does with this one. A fair catch called for, and will be taken downfield, and Evarts gets the football. Let's see if we can figure out where it is now. I think the ball would be at about the 33-yard line, best I can determine from our vantage point here. So Evarts not able to get much done offensively, but that time they were able to deter Corbin's offensive attack, and so the Redhounds are 2 out of 3 in scoring, leading by 13-0. Number 1, the quarterback, is Richard Pryor. Evarts taking a lot of time. Bill, I'm surprised we haven't had a delay of game.
Well, we've got a flag. We've got a flag this time. I guess that's what the call was.
I'm sorry. I almost knocked Bill's teeth out. I'm stepping on the microphone cord. Just don't fall forward, I'll tell you. It's a long drop here. 5-yard penalty makes it 1st and 15, so the ball's somewhere near the 28-yard line. Pennington's got Pryor on the chase, but here he comes up the sideline. Well, he showed some good agility.
Well, he ad-libbed pretty well. He came up short there and decided he's just going to go ahead and do that little lob. Kentucky did that a couple weeks ago and pulled it off.
Incomplete pass will make it 2nd and 15. This could be a long ball game. We're seeing a lot of incomplete passes, and the clock being stopped frequently. Both wideouts to the right side. Skidmore and Fox. Now Pryor spinning by. Knocked out of bounds as Corbin gets Fox and Trosper over there to do the damage.
Fox, Trosper, and Sadler coming like a wild man from the other side of the field and landed somewhere in the pileup.
About a yard gain to the 29. So 3rd and 14 for Evarts here. 10:21 to go. The clock stopped on that play. Now they start it back. Corbin leading by 13-0. Our replay of Corbin Redhound football here on Southern Cable TV each Sunday night at 8:30. We may have one of our record audiences next week, depending upon the outcome, of course, of that football game between Corbin and Somerset. We'll be there with the replay. Pennington's got Pryor on the run. Nice screen across the way to number 7 again, Dale Fox. Fox does not get the first down, but that play developed right well for Evarts.
I tell you what, we had a super play by our corner man that time. Reedy made an awful good tackle on that. The play developed very well for Evarts. We've got an Evarts player hurt at the other end of the field. But the play it developed real well. We had good pressure from this side by Pennington on the quarterback, and they just went ahead and set up a little screen to the far side of the field.
Well, Richard Pryor really paid the price for that one. He just got it off as Pennington was barreling in on him. He's down, and he's the live stream of this Evarts offense, and that's going to hurt.
You know, I didn't see the lick. I saw Pennington get close to him at the time that he released the ball, but I didn't see the lick.
Well, we're going to have a timeout called. 9 minutes and 39 seconds. We're in the opening period of this game. Timeout on the score. Corbin 13, Evarts nothing. So on a 4th and 5 and punt formation. Another nice kick out of there. Evarts' punting game's been good. This is Reedy. Watch Reedy go. He'll go all the way. Beautiful by Reedy.
I'll tell you what's so pretty about it. Did you see the blocking? He was untouched. He was untouched. Had beautiful blocking all the way. Had 4 people in front of him, and I'd like to think that was designed that way. That's something that you sometimes think, do they still work on that part of the game like what once was? I know that I heard people in the last week or two talk about the 55 team and the way that Calvin Bird would set those blocks up, and what a fine executed block team that the 55 team was.
That was 76 yards. 76 yards for the score. And the try for the point after. So we're going to have Storm trying now. If it's anything Corbin's blessed with, we know they've got a lot of kickers on this team. And that one, I think it was blocked.
Well, it was either blocked. Greg, when he took the snap, he had to come all the way up. It was a high snap. He took a high snap, and when he put the ball down, Storm either hooked it or it was blocked.
On the kickoff now, Carter Phillips, the deep man, will take it near the 10-yard line, and boom, down he goes upfield, just shy of the 30.
Mark Rapier was on the tackle. Bill Storms and Sam Jackson, I think, made the initial hit on the play, though.
Those people this year that have returned punts against Corbin or kickoffs, most of the time they paid the price.
Well, we've got some wild Indians out there that come down. They throw the bodies around pretty good, and they usually make them pay for it.
The ball is at the 29-yard line, where Evarts will take it 1st and 10. Well, good news for Evarts. Richard Pryor is back in there, quarterback. He really took a lick a few moments ago on that screen, and he's ready to go now. This is number 10, Russell Taylor. And Taylor draws a lot of red shirts.
Yeah, Clayton Ely was on the tackle along with Mark, 86. Who we got in there, number 86?
Aaron Martin?
Yeah, made a good lick on that.
Yeah, Bill, that 86, according to our roster here, is Darren Martin, 5'8", 140-pound junior. So he's playing the corner off on this right side. Well, we got a lot of young people in there now. We'll pick them up for you in a moment. And that was 62 Fox upending the ball carrier.
Yeah, Richard Fox made the tackle there. He just got in around the ankles there as the play developed.
So 19-0. Coach Adams inserted several young people. Number 82 into the lineup is Brian Barton, 5'8", 148-pound junior. And Rapier is still in there. He's playing a safety. Number 19 into the lineup is John Foreman, 5'8", 148-pound junior. Number 87 is Todd Hammonds, 5'10", 175-pound junior. A lot of fresh people into the Corbin lineup right now. 3rd down and 4 for Evarts, and Pryor's going deep. He's got Skidmore if he catches it. He got it. Foreman takes him out of bounds.
Well, we got burned a little bit, but now Foreman's got good speed. He's good back. He's one of our better JV players, and he was with him, took him out of bounds there, but he allowed a man to get behind him.
Coach Adams hollers out 1st team, and so the unit probably had a couple of starters in there, or if they had that, I'm not sure. But now we have the other unit in for Corbin after that long completed pass down to the Corbin 30-yard line, 1st and 10 Evarts.
Coach Adams, he got a little upset there. He, like you said, he's put the first back in there, and he wants to give them a break and get the other kids ready to play. But
man in motion, number 26, Hopkins. Do we have a fumble?
I don't know. Yeah, they're acting like there was. Evarts maintained possession.
Well, now, Jeffrey wouldn't lie, and Jeffrey Adams said we had the ball.
No, Jeff wouldn't lie.
He got him about a yard to the 29. It'll be 2nd down and 9 now. We're in the second period of this game. Corbin leading 19-0, 7:15 to go. Skidmore is in motion. Pryor back to throw. Pryor lofts it deep for number 7, Fox. I'll tell you what, a little more, and he had that one. Darren Steele was covering on the play down at the 4-yard line, but that one was just dropped.
Put it right in the basket, and the basket had a hole in it.
This team's given us a pretty good test here tonight.
They have. They've played well, played hard, and Evarts always did. They may not have a lot of people out there in numbers, but what they've got, they know how to pack the leather.
19-0 our score. As Evarts now will try on a 3rd down and 9 from the Corbin 29-yard line. The deepest they've been here tonight. Got that screen set up again. And that's the way to stop that screen.
Yes, Martin Earl, sure hands around the receiver.
Now, the last time Martin Earl got the quarterback, this time he gets the receiver, number 7. Well, that puts it back deep enough to apparently where Evarts is going to have to punt the ball. The loss back up to the 43. And they will be in punt formation as Grubb is the punter. All right, let's see what happens to Steele. He gets buried inside the 10-yard line, about the 8.
He had no place to go. No place to go.
Corbin will be deep in their own territory now. All right, Duncombe checking his backfield now on the 1st and 10. He's back to throw, close to that safety territory there. He just did step out of it and losing yardage, so didn't develop for him.
Well, he dropped back in the end zone there. He definitely had passed on his mind. What I was watching was our interior lineman there, Barry Rose, number 74 on the left tackle there, was doing an excellent job of pass protection that time. He went ahead and met his counterpart right at the line of scrimmage, and they were holding their own.
The loss is 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 14. We're at the 4-yard line. And back to about the original line of scrimmage. Can you make out the ball, Jackson, I would think.
Yeah, we got little Sam there. No, McWitt, I'm sorry. McWitt. Good carry by McWitt. Again, I was watching the lineman again. I was wanting to see if we get two good plays in a row out of the same person that time. He had Test that time.
Well, we're back up to the 8-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 10 from here. Corbin leading 19-0, but in a hole right now. Darren Steele wide to the left. He's number 40. And Duncombe throws Steele. Oh, great cut around. Let's see if he'll go.
Touchdown. I say he's going to go.
He's trying to outrun him.
I say he's going to go. He's going to go. Oh! That hurt.
What is that, the 5-yard line?
Yeah, it's about the 6. Ball's laying right about the 6-yard line.
Didn't he make a great move cutting across the middle to get that one?
I tell you, I go back and I remember the runners that we've had that broke the long ones for Corbin. I always think about the Birds, and I always remember, and it always amazed me, Roger Bird and those kind of people, when they would break like that, they always did the same thing. They kept moving from one side of the field to the other. I never knew why, because they could always outrun everybody.
86 yards on that pass play. Well, that's getting it out of the hole. Down to the 6-yard line now, where Corbin will have it first and goal. Penalty marker drop. We'll wait to see the recipient of that. Yeah, he was kind of zigzagging. He had one on each flank, and he was hoping hoping one would fall off on one of those fakes.
The Woodbine Sentinel was on the glide, slinging oil.
Half the distance of the goal line. That'll put it down to the 3, where Corbin will have it first and goal now. We have Storm in the backfield, number 42 at fullback. Sam Jackson, number 25. Jackson for his, no, it didn't get in. I started to say his 3rd touchdown of the night.
They're going to put some points on Sam the Bam.
He's going to be top scorer in this game if he's not careful. Got it down to about the 1-yard line. Here we go, 2nd and goal now. Chaplin's back in there with McGuett and Jackson. That movement by Duncombe, I think, draws the defense.
Yeah, he's doing a little of that jerking, you know, and we saw his shoulders move at the same time. We saw what we hope to be encroachment.
It will be. It'll be half the distance of the goal line. Puts it down to about a foot away from the goal now. Well, barring a miscue here, Corbin should add 6 more. Let's see what happens. 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. I don't know. That shoulder action is causing a lot of concern down there.
He must pick that up from Tommy Greer, the chicken. You know, he's got those shoulders moving, and evidently he's drawing them off every time he's doing it.
You can't penalize them across the goal, so Everett's got nothing to lose here. It remains 2nd down and goal to go. The nose of the ball very close to the goal line. Steely, hey, he got it, but he had to earn that one.
Boy, he got hit right there at the line. I didn't think he got in from, you know, we're all the way up here, but he took a good lick as he went in. It was a good run by Steely.
Hey, that caps it off. He got 86 on the run. Glad to see him get the touchdown now. That makes it now 25-0. Corbin leads with 3:06 to go here in the first half. So we're going to have Reedy back in there. Corbin's extra point kicking has either been good or bad this year. And this tonight has been a bad night. That's a good kick.
It's a good kick, and they had some people coming that time. The guy from outside on this side almost came up with a block on that.
So Reedy kept his head down and put her through the uprights, and we have a timeout now with the score. Corbin 26, Evarts nothing. Beautiful kick by Storm inside the 5. And a lot of people get around number 10.
Yeah, we had, I say we had 9 people that met him right up there about the, what, 20, 25? Yeah. About 25-yard line.
And I see 2 key, 83 and 46.
83 and 46, Jamie Norville, and 46, Mark Rapier. Naturally, he's been on every one of them tonight.
So Evarts will try it again. 2 minutes and 55 seconds here in the first half. We'll have an emotional game next week. We've been in a couple of flat ones. This one and the one last week against Kaywood. Not had that emotional pitch.
I'll tell you something we need next week. You know, a lot of people take a lot of things for granted with their hounds, but we need everybody in Pulaski County next Friday.
Yep. I'd say we'll have as many red in red over there as they'll have. You know, it's been true to form over the years, and I think confident that we'll have it again that way next week.
Well, the sad part about it is, you know, I think the way the total ran last year up until Somerset beat us last year at home, I think we had won 11 in a row. And if you go into Pulaski County and you talk to people in Pulaski County, they'll suddenly tell you that they won 12 in a row. And they're kind of funny about how they keep their records over there.
This is Pryor back to throw. That kind of upsets the local folks.
I tell you what, they've had 2 or 3 passes that have been right in the basket, and the kids just have not held on to it. We had good coverage on it, but the ball was thrown perfectly right between 2 Red Hound defenders, and it went right in the basket and through again.
Let's think about it. We've seen some good. Last week it was Collins for Kaywood. Pryor tonight. Pryor's been on target most of the time.
Pryor's played a good football game. Collins last week for Kaywood, probably be one of the better quarterbacks that we see all year.
It's going to be 3rd down and 8 for Kaywood with 1:41 to go here in the first half. Oh, no. Well, Jeffrey got it first, and then it was batted around. I don't know who else was in it.
Went through Adams, Hammonds, and then finally went through 82. Barton? Brian Barton. Need to go back to the old tip drill.
Of course, Pryor's passes are a little hard in there on a cold night. It's not that cold, but I guess the coldest we've had it this year. That can sting a hand.
Well, it dropped from what we got up in the high 70s today. Drops down into the 40s tonight. It's a little different, a little sting.
Steely, fair catch. That's a sensible thing, I would think, to do right now.
Yeah, he's probably still out of gas from a minute ago anyway.
That oil streak down through there, yeah, I see. Okay, Corbin will get it now with 1.5 minutes to go in the first half, and let's see who's going to play out the final 1.5 minutes. It will not be the starters.
No, let's try to pick them up, too, because we don't always get them. Quarterback right now, we've got Jackson, number 9, in there at quarterback. He's calling people off. I see we've got number 23, Paul Lanham, in there. Jamie Norville, 83, 63. We've got Kevin Smith, 5'10", 185-pound senior. 82, Brian Barton in the backfield, along with 42, Bill Storms. And the other end over there, it looked like, who is that, Andy White?
Andy White made a fine play there. I don't know if you noticed or not.
Okay.
Muncie told me to say that regardless. I did, Muncie. 56 in there would be Steve Evans. The gain was good for a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd and 8. 50 seconds to go now. Got anybody else you picked up?
No, that's Lanham on the carry. Let's get that right. Lanham on the carry and picked up some yardage there.
Number 53, Paul Clevenger, out over the ball at center.
Mark Rapier.
Mark Rapier. Yeah, gets 5 more.
You know, a little something about Rapier. Rapier, for his size, probably one of the strongest kids in the state of Kentucky. He's been in some of that state weightlifting, and for his size, weight, he's probably one of the strongest kids in the state of Kentucky.
Number 85 into the lineup again, Andy White.
We got a real player that just came out of the game. It was in there. We didn't pick him up. That's Helton, number 84, plays in for the Hounds, and tremendous JV football player. Expect big things out of him.
And this is Storm that gets a couple of yards, and the horn will sound ending the first half. So the reserves did get to play a little bit here in the first half, and hopefully we'll see them a lot more in the second half.
Yeah, let's hope so.
That's the end of one half of football here tonight from Evarts, Kentucky. We hope you enjoy the replays of Corbin Red Hound football here on Southern Cable TV Channel 11. This is Don East up with Bill Hover, Dale Johnson, and Gene Harlison. We'll be back with second half activity right after these messages from our sponsors. Here we go with the kickoff now to Corbin, and that's going to be Rapier fielding the ball at the 25. Watch that kid go all the way across the 35 to about the 37.
That's a good run by Mark. He finally got the ball hit on the ground back there, and he finally picked up and found some place to go with it. When he came through, he was running. He was giving it all he had.
Well, let's see what Reedy can do at quarterback now, as we'll start from the 37-yard line. Jackson, Champlin, Steely behind him. Lowers that headgear and doesn't get too much, maybe a yard.
Good run by Reedy. Big old boy had a hold of him, and he still wasn't giving any ground. Good run by Reedy.
Just getting underway here in the second half of tonight's game. Steely coming out of the lineup. And in for the Hounds is McGuett. Corbin leading by 26-0. See what the sophomore quarterback will do now. McGuett. And 3 or 4 more yards across the 40 to about the 42.
I think Jeff only carried the ball a couple times the first half, and he had better than 10 yards on each of his carries, and one very crucial first down for us. Jeff picked up good yards that time.
Going to end up with a 3rd down and 6 situation now, as Steely is back in, replacing McGuett. This is Steely. Good blocking on that side. I believe he got the first down. Can't tell from this angle.
Yeah, we got first down. Good run by Steely, who had good blocking in front of him that time. He turned the corner, and number 10 for Evarts, I don't know, but he put a good lick on. I don't know what his name is. Put an awful good lick on Steely to take him out of bounds.
Well, it's Russell Taylor, 5'8", 140-pound senior. So Russell playing that safety off to that left side. He did get the first down. We're right at midfield. Oops. Well, it's hard to go too far when you've had a collision like that.
I don't know which side that Sam was supposed to make his cut on, but it was an awful good fake in the backfield by Reedy, and Sam he ran straight in. He was trying to hit the hole, ran straight into Reedy, and still picked up a yard or 2.
Underway here in the 3rd period, Corbin leading by 26-0. The ball just across the midfield stripe. There's the hard-running fullback, Steve Champlin, number 34, gets 5 yards.
Excellent effort by Champlin that time. It took 3 or 4 there that made the tackle on him, but again, quick opener there, and Champlin had good leg drive and got a couple of yards there.
Champlin is 5'6", a 157-pound senior. And the Hounds will look at 3rd and 5 right now. Pennington, Catron the ends. Rose at the tackle to the left side. And Sadler to the right. And let's see. Well, that's good leg drive. He didn't have the first down. He does get it, I believe, on that second effort.
Well, okay. Good run by Reedy. Good effort. May have got a little wind knocked out of him that time. Appears to have the wind knocked out of him. Took a pretty good shot, but actually what he should have done, pitch man was wide open. McGuett it was clear sailing all the way.
Well, we have a timeout here with 9 minutes and 21 seconds to go as Reedy shaken up just a bit, wants to come out. Timeout on the score is Corbin 26, Evarts nothing. Well, we got wideouts both ways now on the 1st and 10 situation. But Reedy keeps the ball and gets nothing. Maybe he loses a couple of yards.
Number 76 swallowed Nooner at that time.
It looks like he's been swallowing a lot. Weighs 240 pounds.
Yeah, he's a big old boy from Evarts.
Yeah, they got a lot of big old boys out there. Off to his right is Middleton, weighs 270 pounds. 2nd and 11 for Corbin at the 42. Sam Jackson behind Sadler. And I heard it. He goes down after getting to about the 45.
Number 26 made the tackle. You could hear it pop all the way up here. He did a good job, made good contact with him. I felt like Sam should have cut the ball up, though. From our angle up here, it looked like he should have cut up.
It'll be 3rd down and 6 for Corbin now. I guess the ball is near the 40-yard line. Reedy pitches out, and this is Steely inside, outside, which way to go, and he cut in, and I thought he was going to be able to run, but somehow blue jersey slipped right through all that blocking.
Well, that's the same thing that I thought Sam should have done a minute ago. You know, Sam should have popped it up in, and then you still got an opportunity to take it back out. I think Coach Ferris said one time he wasn't real sure that the Red Hounds were smart enough to run east and west.
Here we go now. The handoff to Steely, looking for that first down as he crosses the 35 and gets down to about the 32-yard line. Bill, we've been able to come up with that big play on fourth down tonight several times, and Steely does it again right here as Corbin retains possession. Yeah, we're trying to spot it. It's at the 28-yard line. Reedy made a nice fake, but he didn't get anywhere along that side, and again he had McGuett trailing him.
Yeah, I keep thinking, you know, there's a pitch man there, and I'd like to see McGuett get the handle on the ball there.
He gets a yard to the 27. We're in the third period. We've had no scoring the second half. We'll see. Corbin's been able to play ball control thus far and eat up 5 minutes of that clock. Reedy, a little soft pass, and Pennington got one hand on it, couldn't hold on.
Yeah, he just got one hand on it. I was mentioned to you just then before that developed there. I think this is good because, you know, Reedy does need some work at this position as a quarterback, and if he has missed the pitch man, maybe we're not right, but if he has missed them, something they'll pick up and they'll be able to work on in the coming weeks here.
Yeah, I think it's invaluable that they get the opportunity to watch themselves. Now, the budget calls for some filming, but when they don't, they can watch these videotapes, and that's got to be good for them to be able. Years ago, we didn't have these opportunities. You get to film them now and then, but not every game would you see. Let's see what Reedy does here. Well, I thought I just saw that play.
That was the, must have been a replay.
Gene, did you replay that? Okay, it's incomplete again. It's going to be 4th and 9. Both times I've noticed that B.J. Catron's streaking. It looks to me like, of course, we're way up high here, and it's easy to see, but it looks like he's been free going deep.
Well, all I've watched, I watched Reedy drop back, and I saw the same play twice here. The balls hit Martin Earl in the same part of his right hand both times, and just a little bit out of the reach.
Well, we've called the timeout with the 4th and 9 coming up, and we'll be back to see what takes place right after this. Timeout with the score. Corbin 26, Evarts nothing. Okay, let's see what we do on this 4th and 9 play. Catron wide to the right. Reedy back, rolling. He has time. It's breaking down. Reedy will run. They've got his number and take him down, and Corbin will not get the first down. And after, well, maybe. We'll wait to see. We got a penalty.
Yeah, we got our first down here. The way I'm keeping score, Reedy came out there and they hammered him to the ground, and somebody came in late. Flag right on top of the play.
They would have stopped Corbin. Reedy had a lot of time, so I thought he had adequate time to throw. Apparently nobody was open for him to throw, so he starts the run.
Yeah, I felt like he had time. He came on the rollout that time, and he's got that good speed and got to the outside and just decided to go ahead and try to get it. He almost did break it on out there. Now,
a 15-yard penalty would obviously give Corbin the first down, as they needed 9 and got it back to the line of scrimmage. So the Red Hounds will retain possession here. 6:36 to go. The feeling will return next week when we take on Somerset at Somerset. By that I mean those butterflies and those goose pimples and things like that. Here you stand and you watch them go through the motions of what they're doing, but next week you'll have that emotional part of it.
Well, I understand that Somerset played Jessamine County last night, and they ran it up again pretty good. I think he scored in excess of 40-something points last night against Jessamine County, so it'll be a good test for us next week.
Storm, number 42.
Bill Storms on the carry there and looks to pick up 3 to 4.
As best I can tell, he's inside the 10-yard line. Yep, at about the 8 or 9 as we look at it now. And they give him credit for 5 yards on that play. So 2nd down and 5. Reedy the quarterback, Storm the fullback, McGuett and Jackson in that backfield. Now that play developed beautifully, and here's McGuett. Did he get it? He's in there very close, crosses the 5, and Corbin will be knocking on touchdown's door coming up.
If he's not in there, it wasn't on any part of lack of effort on his part. It was an awful fine run by Jeff. He went in and hit the quick opener in there, and when he took a good lick and spun and was fighting for the end zone.
Steely back in replacing him. Storm stays at the fullback position, and Jackson off to the left. As Corbin will have it 1st down and goal to go, the ball at the 2-yard line. Looking for our first score of the 2nd half. Redhounds leading by 26-0. Jackson met with a lot of resistance, so he didn't get in.
No, they wrapped him up pretty good. There was 2 or 3 people that met him there, and he still tried to spin loose and get in, but they just kind of smothered him.
And that counter usually is successful, but Evarts this time was able to diagnose it and come up with the stop. So 5:20 to go, and Corbin will have it 2nd down and goal to go, the ball at the 1-yard line. Catherine goes wide right. I think that's Reedy still with the ball. Am I right?
Yeah, it looked like to me that Reedy went ahead and went on in on the other side there. I'm trying to figure out just exactly what the play was that was called there.
Our tickets are usually better than this. We're on the 30 on the far end of the field. And Reedy takes it in for the score, so Corbin goes ahead by 32-0. That touchdown coming with 5 minutes and a 2nd to go. We're in the 3rd period of this game. The point after, Storm high and over the backstop.
It was a good kick by Storm. He had plenty of height on that one too for the extra point.
And Corbin makes it a 33-0 score, and we'll be back with the kickoff right after these messages from our sponsors. Well, he puts the foot into it again. Storm gets a lot of height, and it's down to the 10. Boom, boom, boom. We can hear those licks on Russell Taylor.
Steve Champlin, along with Bill Storms and Paul Lanham, and the lick was either passed by Champlin or Storm, but it was a lick.
Thought the bass drum was out there. We were hearing them boom, boom. Well, we're in the 3rd period of this game. Corbin leading by 33-0. The Redhounds averaging over 40 points per ball game this year. They're high, 49 last week against Kaywood. So you can't say the offense has not been there. It's been there this year. Evarts never going to get anywhere like that.
No, just looked like just going to try to do some kind of a quick opener there, and just like going through the motions. That play didn't remind me of some of the things that people have been so critical over a period of years at Kentucky. Just that's not where you're at 33-0.
So they get them a couple of yards, but they're not going to get on the scoreboard like that, and it's pretty obvious. Pryor's had some tough luck tonight on his receivers because he's been very adequate with his passing game. And I would suspect that he'll continue to go to the air as Corbin has a lot of substitutes in there. That's got to be recognized. Now, we do have, I'd say, 3 or 4 starters, but basically about 7 people, I think. Hard to spot them, count them right off, but we got about 7 in there that aren't. Well, there it is, downfield. Good play.
A fantastic play by Mark Rapier that time, number 46. The pass again. I'm very impressed with what Pryor's done as a quarterback here, not by putting the ball up in the air. He had a receiver out here, and again, it looked like to be right on the money. And at the last minute, Rapier goes up and deflects it.
So he throws that ball about 40 yards right on the button, but had it not been for that hand by Rapier to get in the way, Had Russell Taylor caught it, he'd been off for the touchdown. 3 minutes and 32 seconds to go. Third period. It's going to be third down and 8 now for Evarts. No intention of throwing this time, but Pryor's going to have to eat the football.
Yeah, we had it all the way on that side. I think Rapier was over there that made the initial play. He caused some things to happen. I think Foreman was on the tackle over there along with defensive end on that side. Helton, one of the kids that we talked about earlier about what a fine job he's doing with the JV team this year.
It's going to be fourth down and 9 yards to go, a loss on the play of a yard, and Corbin will bring in number 85, Andy White, to join Rapier, 46, as Evarts is in punt formation. Ooh, they're going to get some company in a hurry. Nobody was blocked out, but it's a fair catch called for and made by Rapier.
Yeah, Rapier, sure hands, went ahead and made the fair catch there, and we've got the ball, which appears to be right at about the 43-yard line. So
the varsity, or the starters, going to get a watch now as we have substitutes. Dwayne Miller, number 60, into the lineup. Number 59, Donnie Elliott, is in for Corbin. Number 9, the quarterback, is Mike Jackson, 5'10", 163-pound freshman. 83 to the right side at end is Jamie Norville, 6', 164-pound junior. Play will not count because the whistle had sounded and the penalty marker was thrown. It'll be 1st and 10 for Corbin at the 42-yard line. Hold it. Corbin's going to get a 5-yard penalty, so it'll be 1st and 15.
All right, let's see. We've got trying to help you pick up some more of these people that we had in there. We want to mention this, that we've got Bobby Reeves, who did not come back out the second half ready to play. Evidently something happened in the first half. Appears to be a shoulder. And prior to the game tonight, we had Robbie Smith tackle for the Hounds. He suited up for pregame, but he's in street clothes here the second half. Never did go into the game tonight.
Ball pushed back to the 37-yard line, and this is Storm. Storm got it back to the 40 and then pushed back. So he probably will be given credit for 3 yards.
Yeah, Storm made a fine run there. He stopped a little beyond the line of scrimmage, spun loose, and then finally was pulled down.
And the joke's on me. They put it down right where he ended up. I thought that his forward progress got him up to the 40, but it's still at the 37. It's going to be 2nd down and 15. 1:45 to go. We're in the third period of this game. Corbin leading by 33-0 over Evarts. Replay of Corbin Redhound football here each Sunday night on Southern Cable TV at 8:30. Jackson, he'll keep it. 40. 45, 47-yard line, got him 10.
Good run by Jackson. I like that. Big old kid from Evarts tried to strip the ball that time, and Jackson showed good strength and continued to make a fine run out of it.
He got it up to where it'll be 3rd down and 6 yards for our 1st down now. And the backfield. Number 23 is Paul Lanham. Number 42 is Bill Storm. And Brian Barton, number 82. Well, Lanham didn't have a chance that time. It looked like the blocking was set up ahead of him, but it broke down.
Number 77 came through there and put a fine lick on Lanham that time, took him down in the backfield.
Lost to the 40, and Corbin will have it 4th down and 8 yards to go. And let's see. They'll want the first unit in there for a punt. They wouldn't want these kids to stay out. I think we got a lot of first unit watching the ball game.
I think Cotton woke up a lot of people whenever he called for the first unit there, because there was a couple of them had their blankets and everything.
Calling for coffee, and yeah, it is a little chilly. Well, are we going to get it off? Nope. Well, we got it down to 10 seconds. That's kind of like a fighter trying to stagger out until the bell rings. We didn't do it. Down to 10 seconds in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think he brought them from their slumber.
As soon as the play was over, we could hear the coaching staff, first unit, and it took a few of them a little time to react. All right. Here's Rose, number 54, to kick the football. Well, they're coming after him. That's the worst kick of the year. We didn't see what what we're going to see from this unit, because they came in there and things just didn't work like they should have.
I think they're still asleep.
All right. They'll have another quarter that they're going to have to slumber through here, because we're at the end of 3. And after 3 quarters, it's Corbin 33 and Corbin nothing. About a 3 or 4 yard punt. That's better than the punt, Bill Storm.
Yeah, I believe the quarterback's hurt, though, because quarterback looked like he got his arm trapped in there as he went down. Either that or his feelings. Now, Pryor didn't have any help at all on that. We had Bill Storm that came in, and I can't tell you who was with Storm, but we had 2 people running on top of Pryor.
That loss is all the way back to the 38-yard line. The line of scrimmage was the Corbin 44. 18-yard loss. 2nd down and 28 yards to go. Well, now it's intercepted by Fox. And a collision at the intersection.
Yeah, Fox kept looking for the man that was trailing. He was looking back the other way, and he got a good shot, but it was a good interception by Richard Fox.
And Corbin gets it right back in good field position. So we're right at midfield now. Well, we're going to get Duncombe in there for the first time this second half. He's got Steely wide to the left. What do we want to do here? Oh, Pryor just leaving the field. Why does the official stop the play for Pryor to leave?
He didn't check with him before he left.
Why did I ask you that question? Okay, Duncombe. Better do something with it. Got a lot of red jerseys around him now. Oh, watch that. Going through a maze. Down to the 30-yard line. That's a 20-yard run.
Duncombe's got a great attitude. You can almost read his attitude when he's running with the football. You know, he said, well, I'll step in between this one and I'll step out between that one. Greg, he's fun. He's fun. It's a good run by him, too.
And you got to consider he's been sitting over there all this half, and he gets in and gets 20-yard pickup. 10.5 minutes to go here in the 4th period. Corbin 1st and 10. Steely wide right. Catron wide to the left. Champlin in the backfield with Reedy. Now Duncombe throws it. Ooh, nice pass to Catron.
Now, he put that one right on the money that time. You know, the only thing Catron had to do was just wrap around that one, put it right in the numbers. Good reception by Catron, a good pass by Duncombe.
I think Greg was playing possum in that first half.
Well, we told him to get fired up. You know, he was right below us before the ball game started, and he came out second half. We just told him to relax. He said, well, Reed's going in. He's going to play the second half. All I'm doing is throwing grounders.
Wide to the right now, and the first down play will be Steely at the 17-yard line. Didn't have a lot of time. He saw the people coming in on him, and try to put yourself in the quarterback's role then, because he has to look all over that field and find somebody.
Well, I tell you what, I was impressed with that, because I thought he was looking at Pennington. He was looking at Pennington and threw into the middle of the field, and I've not seen him do that, and I'd like to think that that was planned, because, you know, that was a good heads-up play by the quarterback if he did that.
He had to get rid of it when he did and tried to get it into the middle of the field to Catron, so it's going to be 2nd down. Well, the ball probably is spotted closer to the 16-yard line. 9:44 to go. Steely wide out to the right. He's going to run with it. 15, 10. Out of bounds at about the 7.
I just want him to be careful. You know, it was a good run by Greg. He went ahead and got out there and put a good shiver on one of the defensive backs, and finally was taken out of bounds. Good run by Greg. he shows good poise. Shows good poise as quarterback.
I don't know if he got the first down or not, Bill. Nope. Apparently he did not. It'll be third down, a couple of yards to go for that first down. Now we've got split in to the right, and Catron in the slot is Steely. This is a 3rd and 2. Oh, does he get it to him? Oh, it took that defensive man the last second to get over there, but saw that play developing from our vantage point here.
Yeah, we could see that. It took the ball too long to get there, and there wasn't anything else that could be done with it. Defensive back for Evarts came over and went ahead and slapped it out at the last minute. If he'd been hustling, he'd have intercepted it and taken it all the way back too. Coach Adams was screaming just before that. He let everybody know that it was a pass because he said our pass protection stinks. We could hear that right below him, but that time it didn't. Duncombe had good time. Nobody penetrated our lineman. The lineman was showing good pass protection.
Apparently, here on the pasture, it landed in something. They're trying to wipe that ball off. All right, let's see what we do now on 4th and 2 at the 8-yard line. Sam Jackson. He got the first down, and down he goes at about the 4.
Sam almost spun loose and went in there for the touchdown that time. He had good lead blocking that time by Steely and Champlin. They both had people out of the play that time in order to give Jackson enough room to get in where he got.
Better than the 4. It's at the 2. 9:20 to go. Gilmore, number 58, out over the wall at center. Jackson does his Herschel imitation. Up over the top. Good block that time by Barry Rose. Barry Rose did an excellent job as tackle on this side. Makes it 39-0. That's about the Litkenhouse spread in this game. 39-0. Now the try for the point after. This will be Pennington for the first time tonight. We've seen Reedy, Storm, and now Pennington. Let's see if he can top the trees.
He kicked that one down into Harlan.
All right, they get the ball back, and here's the kickoff by Larry Helton. Well, is it going to roll forever? Down to the 10-yard line. And big lick put on by David Burr, number 20.
Dave Burr, number 20, and little Derby Hart was in there along with Nick Creech, number 22, number 17. We got 16, Robbie Lamb in there. I'm trying to hit 17. Who we got?
Danny Steely.
Danny Steely. Okay, Danny, another part of the Woodbine Sentinel crew in on that. We got Jim McDaniels in there, number 27. Jim McDaniels had an excellent year so far with the JV team. He gives you everything he's got and made some awful nice plays over at Somerset about a week ago.
Number 52, we see Terry Harrell and playing nose. Uh-oh. Did Helton get it?
We already know who's got the ball. 84, Larry Helton, big play. What we talk about? We talk about a good player comes up with a big play for us.
Larry Helton, 5'11", 168-pound sophomore. Okay, number 9, the quarterback will be Mike Jackson, as the Hounds now will have it at the 14-yard line. 8 minutes and 23 seconds to go. They never did change the scoreboard. Wasn't that extra point good? Oh, it wasn't good? What did it do, go too high? I didn't know the extra point wasn't good. Did you know that?
No, because the ball was kicked so far, nobody could tell.
You get a little giddy when you get 39 points ahead. Okay, let's see what they do now. These young kids have a chance to do something with it here at the 14.
Got Dale Fox, number 26. Dale Fox had an awful good year, too, on the JV team. He and Paul Lanham make a fine 2 pair of backs for the JV team. Dale was playing defensive end, I think, a minute ago on defense for the Hounds, and we missed him when we mentioned him.
Let's see what they can do now as Jackson goes under. Oh, wait a minute. He can go for it now.
He's good back. He's an awful good back. He works hard.
Let's identify some more of those. Number 16, as you said in there a moment ago, is Robbie Lamb, 5'9", 145-pound sophomore. Corbin's getting the penalty this time. And that's back up to the 19-yard line where it's going to be 1st and 15. Still have 8 minutes to go in this football game. We're at Evarts, Kentucky tonight. Most of the fans have gone home. That is those from Evarts. Pitch way back to Lanham. Lowers the head and gets it back to near the 15-yard line.
He made a good run out of it. Dale Fox made an awful nice block for him to break him up there to get a little bit of yardage there. Lanham made a good run. Robbie Lamb, number 16, another kid that's played awful good for the JVs this year. He really knows how to put the hat on you. He throws good licks out there. When he's out there, he makes a fine defensive back for the Hounds.
He's going to come wide to the left this time. In the slot will be number 26, Dale Fox. Jackson, has it intercepted by Skidmore. Had that pass been a couple inches taller, that had him a touchdown.
Well, they were going to one of their big play people. They were going to Larry Helton, and the ball just didn't get over the defensive lineman there. He just went ahead and reached up one hand and picked it off.
So they turned it back over to Evarts with 7:08 to go. And let's see what the Wildcats will do. I think they had some substitutes in a moment ago when they fumbled. I'm not sure. They don't have that big a squad. Very few people they can put in. Now the reception upfield to number 7, David Fox.
Now, if we go back and we think about the passes that Pryor's thrown here tonight, all of his passes have been almost pinpoint. He finally found somebody that can hang on to one. It was a nice pass, nice reception. And he's done that 2 or 3 times, but they just failed to come up with the ball.
It's up at the 34-yard line. Evarts will have it 1st and 10 from there. Corbin and Somerset next week. Obviously, the game needs no build-up. We know what it's going to be all about. If the Red Hounds can win that football game, they're going to be in the driver's seat for the postseason play. Robbie Lamb grabs hold of the receiver this time and puts him down, but it's upfield at about the 48-yard line.
Again, right on the money. Pinpoint passing by Pryor. Nice pass.
Some of the people we talked to here at Evarts tonight talking about that young quarterback and how difficult it is for him to get recognition, a good athlete. But you want to go to college and play some football, it's very difficult. You got to draw attention to these kids like this, and how do they get it built? It's something that takes a lot of effort.
Yeah, it takes a lot of effort. I think one of the things that's happened in the state of Kentucky with the fine program that they've got at Eastern and the sudden turnaround that we've got at Kentucky, that maybe we will get some interest back in this end of the state for some of our kids so they can be recognized.
Saw penalty markers go down. I really didn't see interference. I thought that Lanham, seeing the ball come down and was really going for it. So, but a couple of markers are down on the field.
They've just had a collision. We had 2 defensive backs back there with their receiver, and the ball was up in the air. A little bingo drill there, and I guess official could get a call out of that.
They're not going to get it where the ball is. They step off 15 yards in high school. 5:50 to go. And let's see who's the recipient of it. I thought Lanham was getting ready to intercept the football, matter of fact. But nope, it's going to be penalty against Corbin for pass interference. Okay. From the 38, here's that long pass down to number 7. overled this time, so that's one of the few times tonight that Pryor has been in advance of his target.
Yeah, he didn't get the ball to him. Just didn't get the ball to him that time.
David Fox, the intended receiver, will stop the clock with 5:45 to go. Obviously, it's of no consequence on a replay. Our game tonight was about 35 minutes late in getting started here, and I guess we're going, as far as time is concerned, at this point, about as late as we've been all year in a football game. Still have 5:45 to go, but as far as the videotape is concerned, no longer than usual. It starts and stops at about the same time each week. Here's the pass. Oh, I thought number 26 had the football that time. That was Brad Hopkins, but he couldn't hold on.
He had it 3 times. It bounced off at him 3 times there, and he never did come up with it.
Get a fishing net out there in a minute. 5:39 to go. Corbin leading by 39-0. For Corbin, this will make them 6-0, and Somerset next week. Now Pryor looking. Oh, screen, and it's intercepted. This is Fox, I believe. Yeah. He's at the 30. He's down to the 20-yard line.
He tried to make a super move that time. He really tried to make a super move, and he just couldn't get it. He couldn't get it all going for him. Fox was playing that defensive end over there, the same thing we mentioned earlier that Martin Earl was doing. He occasionally has to drop back on pass defense, and he went ahead and just picked it clean and almost broke it all the way.
Number 26, Dale Fox, 5'11", 155-pound freshman, has put the ball down to the 22-yard line, but a penalty marker was dropped on the far side of the field. Okay, we had a holding call that put the ball way back to the 48-yard line where Corbin has it now. Jackson pitches back. Lanham. Uh-oh. That's a live ball, and Evarts gets it right back. I thought we were at Mississippi State there for a minute.
Well, watching the play develop there, saw Jackson come out. Jackson did a fine job on the option that time. Made an awful nice fake inside. Came out. I thought he made a fine pitch there, and maybe we talk about those cold hands. Have a drop in high 70 degree today, and then come in here now down in the 40s, and just didn't get a whole lot of effort out of that.
I was referring to the cowbell. You want to know what Mississippi? Okay. 30, 40, 46-yard line is where it is now. So Pryor probably will go to the air again. My goodness. He threw that a long way.
He threw that ball, I guess he threw that ball 50 yards.
He didn't see where it ended up because he was flat of his back when it got down there.
Had Dale Fox that came in on him that time, putting pressure on the outside over there on the quarterback. Dave Burr was running step for step with the receiver. I'm trying to pick up who the receiver was, but it was good coverage by Dave Burr.
The 46-yard line, 2nd down and 10. So we have the wideouts to the right, and they'll try a running play. Didn't get anywhere, but maybe a couple of yards to the 48-yard line.
Dwayne Miller. We got Bill Storm in the bottom of that pile. Wrapped around him is number 84, Larry Helton.
Good job, Larry. 4:12 to go. It'll be 3rd down and 8 for Evarts now. So here we go on the 3rd down play. A little soft pass off to the left, and the defense waiting on him.
Donnie Elliott was in on that tackle, number 59 for the Hounds, along with Chris Hart. And Paul Lanham also on the tackle. And what do we got in there? 16. Robbie Lamb was also on the tackle.
It's going to be a 4th down play coming up now. 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go. 4th and about 5. And let's see what Evarts will do. I doubt that they would kick. nothing to gain whatsoever in kicking with this late in the game and trailing by 39-0. That almost a lateral. Go ahead. Run it in. Don't pay any attention to those whistles.
You know, it did get awful close to being a lateral. Jim McDaniels came over and very quickly picked the ball up. He was going to take it on in.
Robbie Lamb wide to the left now. Jackson pitches back now. Lanham.
Run hard, Paul. Run hard, Paul.
And Lanham bumped out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. So that option play works this time.
Yeah, it was a good pitch, and he made a good reception on the pitch that time, and he turned on some good speed there. It was a good run, Paul.
First and 10 play. Well, Jackson, nice pitch this time to Fox down that right sideline. Penalty marker down as Fox gets in near the 15-yard line.
I tell you what, we saw an awful nice move by our quarterback that time. Jackson made an awful fine move on that option. He took that ball up in there, and just as he made contact, he made a beautiful pitch to Fox. Fox hit the corner. It was a good run.
Heard three coaches down there say to him, good job. So it was a fine job. Penalty marker dropped, though. Going to bring that one back. Penalty puts him way back upfield at about the 45. Nice pass. Helton gets by one, by another. Keep going. Watch him dig. Got him a first down inside the 20-yard line.
I tell you what, that's a big league ball player right there, Larry Helton. That's a big league play right there. Jackson made a fine pass over there to him. He went ahead and showed some good acceleration, broke a couple of tackles, and hit that sideline like he's supposed to.
Bill, I think this is the most impressive that this junior varsity has been in a game like this year.
Well, I think after they took the thrashing over at Middlesboro, they finally got things turned around. They've shown some good support of the JV team here in the last couple of weeks.
Pardon me, the ball's at the 24, not the 20-yard line. They leave it up the middle that time, and look at that dig. Look at that effort.
That's Jim McDaniels. He gives you everything he's got. Everything he's got, every play. Now, I'm really impressed with Jim McDaniels. He's a tough, hard-nosed football player.
He got it down to just shy of the 15-yard line, about a 9-yard run. It'll be 2nd and 1. Robbie Lamb comes wide to the left now. This is 2nd and short. Minute and a half to go in the ball game. And the quarterback keeps inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line.
I tell you what, now, you know, up here from where we're at, he made an excellent fake in the middle to McDaniels, went ahead and took the ball outside there on that option play again and turned it up and got good yards. Now, Mike Jackson, if anybody will go back and remember, he had an older brother that played quarterback for the Hounds here, and an awful good quarterback, Terry Jackson, and Terry was somewhat of a master running that option, and it looks like little brother here is picking up some of that.
A minute 12 to go in the ball game now. First down and goal from the 7-yard line, and Jackson trips a little bit, but he's able to slide into the 6-yard line.
Just never could get his feet underneath him that time. He lost his footing twice there, and finally, whenever he tried to make the cut in the middle of the field there, they went out from under him.
Going to have to battle the clock now down to 45 seconds as Fox comes into the lineup replacing Burr. 40 seconds to go. Corbin leading by 39-0. And this is Jackson. I believe he's going to get in. He does. So he followed that interference all the way down that right side and gets in, and Corbin goes ahead now by 45-0.
He belted that ball into McDaniels that time. McDaniels carried out an excellent fake, and he smelt the goal line. Jackson did. He just went ahead and dived in the end zone there for a touchdown.
Coach Willard Ferris says they got to go for 2, so apparently we're not going to try the kick here. Although Helton, on occasion, has been the kicker for this unit. Matter of fact, he's 1 out of 2 this year with the varsity. 22 seconds to go as Corbin gets that score, 45-0. So somewhere in the 40s has been Corbin scoring this year with the exception of the Bryan Station game. Jackson pitches way back. Let's see if Fox can get in there. He does. 47.
Beautiful, beautiful. Fox, I didn't think he was going to get to the corner in time, and he finally just went ahead and kicked it in gear and took it on in.
Only 22 seconds to go, but these JVs have come in here tonight and look very impressive to put the margin up to 47-0. And here's the kickoff by Helton. Number 33 handles the ball. Ooh, what a lick. Helton got downfield.
Larry Helton went ahead and got down on that ankle there. We had Nick Creech in there, number 22, along with Jim McDaniel, number 27, and also Dwayne Miller, number 60. All of them in on the tackle that time. But Helton leading the charge.
It's been an impressive showing. 16 seconds now. The clock is running. Bill, thank you for helping out again. You've been super here tonight, but next week the super part's going to have to be on the part of those Red Hounds as we meet Somerset.
We need every fan in the Tri-County area that has any hound in them to be in Somerset to get a briar jumper.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. So this is Don Eastep on behalf of Bill Hoover, Dale Johnson, and Gene Harless. Corbin Red Hound football replays here each Sunday night at 8:30 on Southern Cable TV Channel 11. Our final score tonight, Corbin 47, Evarts nothing. Until next week when we present Corbin and Somerset, good night, everybody.
Thank you, Dad. Hey, thanks. Had fun.